Alright. So in a few minutes I'm going to start, and I'm almost to the end of the game. And then we'll get to see everybody who lives and everybody who died. So, gonna wait for a couple of minutes before that goes, though. Are you spinning it the wrong direction?
It's not spinning, like this will spin around it. This will not move. But like I can't move it far enough because like it'll supposed to go down eventually.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, that... I would... put this in the bottom first, and then screw this on top of
I
it.
tried, then it wouldn't work then either because it won't move
Okay.
around it. Like when I twist this, it doesn't go down.
Well, it's getting there. I'm pushing down while I do this. Oh, there we go. It's getting there. Okay, so what you have to do is push down as you turn, and it will do it. We got a new cat tree, so I was helping my roommate figure out how to put something together. So, we're going to play Pathologic 2 but harder. I've died a total of 10 times now, finally, and I'm currently chasing after the courier. The last courier to get the notes from the... to, get to the... so that I can decide if we're going to destroy the polyhedron or not. It's also day 11. And I'm really exhausted. Yay! My hunger's getting up there too. I'm gonna use that. Ooh. Those guys have seen better days. Huh. You're not the normal people here. Gang leader, who are you? Arami Burak. Another Burak. Funny meat sacks, you. So many Buraks around these days. I'm the only Burak around. Look over there at the stage, see? That's a Burak too. He was running after the general with some papers, but his foot slipped. Now he's preparing for an operation, gathering his thoughts. Here are my conditions. One of us got a bit punctured, a lovely soul, really, very dear to me. So whoever fixes him is Burak in my book. Explain. Aren't you an educated man? Do I need to make myself more clear? Yes. You'll extract the bullet. Don't worry about your gear. We've got everything covered. Leftovers from your predecessor. Then you'll patch the hole. He's got enough of them. Well, either you do it, or the clown will. If our pal survives, you're free to drag your sorry asses to that general of yours. If he doesn't, you're both dog food. Food for dogs, Borak. So he claimed to be Borak? I guess he really wanted to survive, and since he did, now he owes us. I'm Borak. I'll fix your pal. Okay. They won't They won't tell me to talk to the courier until I patch up the bandit, or force my way through. Well, let's try surgery. I don't have much experience with gunshot wounds. Common sense says I can't get the bullet out safely in these conditions, but I know the lines, or at least I think I do. Hey, you there, grab him, and get ready to hold him down if he struggles. He was shot in the stomach. That's bad news. He's almost a goner. The wounded is wearing a sweater and several shirts at once. Guess he was hoping the layers of cloth will protect him from the sand pest. Cut off the clothing. It obstructs the wound. The wound doesn't look good at all. A ricocheting rifle round, by the looks of it, but I feel like he has a chance. Strap his torso with cloth both above and below the wound. The patient's breath gets hoarse. He's gurgling and wheezing. Search the wound with tweezers, gently now. Looks like the wound is less dangerous than it first seemed. The bullet didn't go in deep enough to do major damage. However, the wound is contaminated with pieces of dirty cloth. Gently pull the wound wider apart. Something hard inside. Something small. A bone fragment? I don't think so. Not in the stomach. Metal. That's a bullet. Come here, little thing. Pull it out steadily. It's done. Clean the wound again and apply bandages. Easy stuff. He's a survivor, that one. Time to talk to the courier. If you mess that up, you might end up fighting everybody. Arami Borak. The resemblance is striking. It's not. You look nothing like me. I'm talking about myself. The resemblance is striking. It's like I'm the real thing. What are you doing here? I was looking for the courier, same as you. Today is the day in which the Haruspex looks for the courier. So is he here? No, I'm not a courier. I'm Artemy. Though I've seen the guy, almost got him. Artemy? What the hell? I'm your successor. I don't want a successor. I'm not over yet. I'm a new actor. You're a successor, so to speak. A continuation of you. A new actor is only hired when the old one's dead, or has this rule changed? It's all very confusing now. The director washed his hands of the whole business, said we're on our own. No script at all. But I got paid in advance, so here I am, doing the work I'm supposed to. Paid in advance? And here I am, working for free. Leave me be, human. I'll be of use to you yet. I stand between you and death as your sir. Fair enough. I succeeded you. Don't hurt me, human. I'm your mirror. Don't kill me. I'm your guide to immortality. As you die, I'll succeed you. I don't want this. I'll manage on my own. I embarked on your path in advance to make sure the thread doesn't snap. I walked in your footsteps. I've been to the river, spoken with the changeling, seen soldiers in the fog. What have you done to them, by the way? Did you shoot or run? Anyway, I don't hinder you at all, but I have made a new connection. You love connections, don't you? I do, but I prefer to make them myself. You and I are connected, both alive, both playing the same person simultaneously. That means we've defeated it. What's so bad about that? Playing? Are you kidding? I'm the real thing. The actual person. The one and only. Like I said, I'm your successor. If you die, I'll continue in your place. Seriously, I'm starting to think I understand the director's vision better than you do. Where's the courier? Were you after him? My stage directions went like this. Today, the Haruspex looks for the courier. Burak tries to ambush him so that he doesn't deliver orders to the general. So I tried to kill them and failed. Where is the courier? Oh, if I know. He wanted to live, so he ran. Understandable, really. Couldn't even do that right, Artemy Burak. I couldn't finish him off. My arms are weak. You never got the hang of this whole fighting thing. I have to pay for that since I'm your successor. No hard feelings, though. I guess doctors don't really need that skill. But if you were a better fighter, the courier wouldn't be on the run now. You're talking like I'm not still here, and you're bad at it. I'm Isidore Gasser. I follow in Artemy Burak's footsteps, trying my best to study him. That's all I want. So, can we go our separate ways? I'll be the one to succeed you. And now I'm off to find the courier. One courier is still out there in the streets bleeding. How do I look for him? Damn it. Ooh, that light. The really orangey light is like how it is outside because of all the wildfires right now. I see a cannon. Okay. I've got 4 hours to do this. In-game. Oh, stop freezing. There we go. Now we're gonna have a fun conversation. Budo's murmur. Waiting for you. Waiting for you. Tell us now. Will you fulfill your duty? Sayin Bena Katenge. What do you want to tell me? Bait Karan, Ubishe stands at our doorstep, a big loss. All that remains of us is here before you. I know. There are few of you left. You need her blood. If you let blood out of earth, Mother Buddha will die. Is that what you want? Bulashe, by Alish. I can't help it. The sacrifice has to be made. If Mother Buddha dies, so do we. Zobolun Bozar Larha. It hurts. It frightens us. So few remain. Is it not so terrible to die? But what about losing something for all time? Earth is killing us. Mother Buddha devours her children. She disgorged this horrible plague, so her blood will erase it. All is connected. All is as it should be. Take pity on us. I really need that blood. Bikaran Emshin chooses words carefully. Who is to judge him? But take pity on us. I pity you. I truly pity you. Take pity on us, Essenger. Do not kill our mother. Yeah, and who'll take pity on me? Then this is our goodbye. Bataya Emshin. Bataya Essenger. Bataya Kolubin. Bataya Kayala. Oh, which ending? I'm thinking if I have time because I've been streaming from till 8, so for 3 hours. If I've got time, I might just go back and do both. Go. I still have time to think. Oh boy. I'm thinking though that I'm probably gonna do. The courier's still out there bleeding. Papers reach General Block. Living Earth will die forever, along with all its wonders. The last courier is out in the town. Where? All this time the town whispered directions to me, but now it's silent. For the first time, I have to think for myself. But yeah, I'm thinking I want to do the Diurnal specifically because I have Peter alive, but not Andre, and I've had it the other way around so many times, I want to see what happens. So, see if that changes what Peter says and all that. Because I'm curious. Oh, my bull. Norther. Nuker. Partner. Okerne. Ered Banyagi. Yeah. So, and Peter currently is living with, Grace is living with him right now. So, wait, what? Ah, Shuder. Kier. Yes, a grave, a tomb, but what do you mean? By Alash. Do not kill. Whom? You haven't let me down. By our law, kindred. So, because who survives and who doesn't really can change things. Jay. The wounded courier needed me, but once again, I was too late. Oh, I can autopsy. Fun. But there's only one thing I need from him. Oh, let's make room for it, though. For goodness sakes. Ooh, lots of choices. Inquisitor's orders. A paper ordering the demolition of the polyhedron, signed by Aglaia Lich, and sealed with the inquisitorial symbol. Touch. The whole paper is just uneven groups of numbers. J. Forgot that. If I bring the papers to the headquarters, there will be a bombardment. The polyhedron will be demolished. Rivers of blood will spill, enough to make up the panacea for everyone. If I burn the papers, or at least hide them till 2200 hours, the soldiers will leave without firing. The living won't die. Earth's wonders will survive. The army is leaving. I hold the last copy of the Inquisitor's papers. Will they be in bombardment? I have to decide before 2200 hours. Okay, that's what I've got. Okay. Oh, that's his bloody handprint. Got it. Let's save. And up I go. Gonna use this to give me a little more for my exhaustion. You should think it all over once more. Think what over? The tower was brilliant in every way except one. Whoever lived there could never grow up. It was interesting in a way, but it was getting stale. So you want to grow up, huh? The tower gets in our way. It's too strong a temptation. I guess it would be easier for us if it just disappeared, but while it's still there, our will isn't strong enough to refuse it. So there we stay, glued. You could do something about it, you know? No, you should train your will instead. I'm still getting rid of it, but I'm like, kid, it can't magically fix all your problems. That's not the way the world works, Jade. That's true. Alright. Let's get running. Oh, and I forgave Oyun because I feel like, why kill off more of the kin? They got it bad enough already. Okay, exhaustion is creeping up on me. I'm gonna stop at the pharmacy to see if they got anything to heal with on my way. 'Cause I don't... It doesn't help if I die before... L. Ah, thanks. I knew that, but thanks. I love her and she's dead now. Alright. Trade. Oh. You got nothing useful. Bye. Yeah, I don't need that. I only have to go straight to where I need to go. Nope. Okay, let's have an egg. And let's go ahead and eat that. They're not worth much, but it's something. Something's better than nothing. I think it's amazing effect, the rain, because it makes it so hard to see in this game. So even if you've got the place pretty much figured out, it's still very... It's still an interesting trip, shall I say. Alright. Bye, dead bodies. I got stuff to do. I know, lady, it sucks, but do you have to scream so loud in my ear? Oh. Here I go. Ah, the changeling. Wow, your mouth movements did not match up. I'm gonna move my mic a little further away so it sounds better. Okay. We're having an important conversation. The most important conversation of our lives, maybe. Can you leave us alone? What are you talking about? We're talking about the war. What do you know about the war? What can you tell him? We were talking about the war. Criminal orders, history, honor, duty, truth. Now we're talking about words. Will you please leave us alone? He looks transfixed. Are you hypnotizing him? How did they even let you in? Please, you're disturbing us. You'll have to bear with me some more. I need to talk to him too.
Yes.
Alexander Block. Even if you've found a source of raw material for your serum, it's too late now. We'll execute the order and leave for the front. That's it. So this is what you're like, General Ashes. I need only technically execute the order. All I need is a precise target designated by the state commissaire. If I have that, I can legally spare the town. Thank this girl. She promised me the epidemic wouldn't spread past the town, and I believe her. That was one compelling discussion of war, then. Are you here on business or what? I am. Did you just come to hand me the papers designated to the bombardment target? The justification for a surgical strike signed by this state inquisitor? Yes. Thank you. You're free to go. Yes, sir. And Borak? Wait a second. Waiting. Come with us. We need an experienced doctor. Take Dankovsky. Alright. The polyhedron is about to be shot down. The choice has been made, and the Adur is living people. I chose them. The sand pest will be eradicated forever. Alright. Yeah, I know this. Oh, I forgot about the music. The sun is coming up. Bye. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I'm going a right way. I'm just nice and quietly dodging play clouds. Oh dear. Oh, that's something to see as I move past. There's the polyhedron. And there goes my immunity just being eaten along with my health. Oh, I think I chose the right angle to come at it. for when it happens. Oh dear. This is so sad to me. That we have to give up the wonders to save everybody. Strange things. There's the polyhedron. Destroyed. Oh, new cat tree, and the cats are loving it. J. The polyhedron is no more. Blood seeps from the ground. All that is left is taking as much as I can. Draw the blood. Day 12, in which the lights die out. J. The rest is silence. Oh, there's a fun for me. That shows me where to go to meet people. September's been rough this year. Yes, it's been a rough September. You survived death. This is your victory. You're the only survivor. Only survivor? Or maybe you're not the only one. I don't know how many you've managed to touch or will manage to. You still have the entire rest of the day to share your goodbyes with whomever you wish, to touch a last few souls. How does one survive death? Why does the disease kill some but not others? After all, it seems like everyone could have fallen seriously, terminally ill. Maybe it's the same with death in general. We think it obliterates everyone. But if you act just so, your intellect can overcome death, just as your body overcomes plague or typhus. Why defeat it? Life's more interesting this way. You know, fellow traveler, you should talk to my new friend. His name's Bachelor Dankovsky. Really big on the whole fighting death thing. Oh, I know. I'll get to him right after I'm finished with you. He's smarter than you are. Just be careful around him. He's a fussy sort of person. Delicate. What have you done to the town? And what has the town done to you? You wouldn't have been able to solve this problem without each other. Different creatures as you are. An enormous town, a small person, an undetectable minuscule microbe. Three of you. You needed each other. What exactly have I done to the town? You understood it. You bound its severed parts together, drawing new connections between things that seem incompatible. That is the essence of understanding. To understand is to become someone else. What seems like death to the former you is just a crack in the earth for the new you. It's still rather wide, but you can get across. As if the town cared whether I understood or not. You've given your town a future. You've weaned it from the earth, and that's something. The nourishing umbilical cord must be severed at some point. Can we do without that? The people will become free. They'll discover their destinies within the town, and those destinies will shape it. They'll think of death how you've grown to think of death. Whoever survives is something like this has nothing to fear. Go say goodbye to them. I'll just say my goodbyes. Where will you go then? To the heart of the town, the center square. To, I don't know, the theater? I don't have much of a choice. Don't worry, you'll have a choice there. Besides, you've already done all you can. All that's left, a bit of business to wrap up. Things that concern you alone? And you? Who are you? Who cares about you? You know what? I actually like myself. I've walked my path well these past 11 days. I can respect myself. J. The town is mine to explore. Always has been. I'll touch it one last time and then return where it all began. Alright. I'll go this way first. Because I think, yeah, the first place I'm going is the one bar. The Broken Heart. Everything looks so much nicer now. Wait a minute. Okay. And it's like, those look like I go through it. Could I have always gone through it? And the answer is no, which I'm actually grateful for. Otherwise, I would have been like, missed opportunities. Industry. Disgusting. Well, it's so weird for it to be just leaves falling and not plague. Okay. And here I go. Time to take a tour of the town. The Broken Heart. And this time it's not full of thugs. I'm really thinking about getting the original Pathologic to play. The only problem is it's a weird month and money. But I do want to do it. Oh, you're just NPCs. Oh, hey there.
Feels good to be so very prudent. Prudent is what I mean.
I just want someone to pick me up and hold me. I thought you hated being touched. I'm only joking. I'd rather like some candy, though. Should I tuck you in, too? And sing me a lullaby? If nothing else, you can act. That was a masterful depiction of a child. Oh. Where once a person was, now but a gap remains. This rupture will not mend. Farewell.
I'd leave this place, but I myself had laid the roads of this town such that all curve back to their origin. Shall it rain? Shall it snow? Don't ask again. I don't know.
Yulia Liricheva. I suspect I'm the only person here who has figured out you were the one who did it. A simple calculation, Barak. Numbers never lie. And you know what? I can get behind what you've done. It was a 50-50 chance. Truthfully, I find it oddly inspiring. I'm no writer, but I'll write about you. I'd rather you calculated me. You're good at calculations. The work will be, of course, scientific, but the title... I'm thinking about throwing the scientific language out the window and giving it an old-fashioned name. On the connection of everything. What do you say? Just keep in mind that not everything is connected. The pattern is more complicated. I'm saying this as a respects. Thank you. I think the academic world in the capital may have a couple of questions regarding the subject of my research. Perhaps you'd like to come with me as an assistant and, well, the subject. I'm flattered, but I'd rather stay here. This place needs a vet.
Blood, tissue, and sinew. Peel them away, and they conceal a rather simple diagram.
Emshin. Oinon. Did I say it right? Emshin. Not exactly. You need to swallow the vowels like you can't open your mouth. Oh, forget it. Well, this is it, I guess. Just the beginning, Oinon. This pursuit of immortality will cost my life. I doubt the powers that be in the capital ever cared whether or not I could defeat death. They just threw the heretic into the fire, hoping he'd never return. Excuse the pathos. Cost you your life? Come now. And not just mine. Back in Thanatica, we fought for life, fought the right to live, for a chance to never let death veto people. That's what we were robbed of. This tower. What is it they say? What is there to say? It's gone, and so is hope. I understand it's hard for you. A scientist thrown into the jaws of death, hoping against hope to defeat death, welcomed by death, ridiculed by death, taunted by death, and fooled by death. It's as if this heretic spat into a tower of flame, expecting somehow to put it out. This whole place is far too crowded with deaths. There is no death. Imperar sibili maximum imperium est. Stay here. A new tower will grow. Just you wait. I say this as a friend.
Why are you looking at me so funny? Huh? It's not like I told a joke.
Oh. You know, old boy, I was never persecuted for my genius, nor was I persecuted for murder. And yet, it turns out all this was my hell after all. What do you mean? I must go out. I must see her. Whom? My tower. You won't see it. It's no longer there. You're a cruel man, Barak. Can't you see I'm mad? Would it be so difficult to play along for a bit? Then I could believe in a miracle for a few minutes longer. The Canes want to build a new town across the Gorkon. You should go with them. We didn't see eye to eye, the judge and I. He argued that the tower was never their family's crowning achievement, merely mine. And I concur. It was my crown. I've hit the ceiling. And so you gave up? Yes. We shared the same opinion. Where's the inspiration in that? Consensus is an anchor. Say, Barak, why do they say miracles have abandoned the steppe? It's the price we paid for curbing the outbreak. So my glass miracle vanished alongside your steppe miracles. You know, Barak, don't say anything. Let it be so. Yes, Peter. Your tower vanished along with our miracles.
Sow an act and you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you reap a destiny.
Thank you for that. Oh boy. I still love that in that one conversation with Dankovsky. when you accuse him of being drunk, he mentions that he can't think straight. I've giggled way too much at that. Because I'm an adult. Will this way work, I think? Well, I'm definitely out of breath for it. Yeah, this way. Maybe I didn't go the most efficient way, but that's okay. Okay, there's something there and there. Okay. I got it. Yeah, I know you like blood, but I don't have any, and also I don't need to do that now. Oh yeah, I know who I have to see here. I know the changeling is going to be here. Moo! I love cows. I've said this a billion times in this Let's Play. I love cows. Oh. And nobody's cleared out the dead bodies. Shoot. I just realized that these are just piles of dead bodies covered in cloth. It never sunk in before. I was too busy trying to get stuff done. Oh. I hate that. I hate that so much.
White birds are killed, yet black cats are beloved.
Excuse me. I can't feel my legs. Well, they're made of bones. I'm dying, Ripper. Only a tiny drop remains, like someone cleaved me in half and it all spilled out. Hey, are there two of you? There's only one half of me left. The better half, I hope. You're an idiot, Ripper, a dull, insufferable idiot. All that talk of rivers of blood, that's not what this story was about. You have no idea who's up above us, no idea who you actually killed. Above us, so who's up there? Someone you weren't even invited to meet, but they're waiting for me, poor souls, and now I'll never come. Well, maybe one day I'll figure out your side of the story. Yep. Wait a minute. Their eyes look bruised. I wonder if that's on purpose. That way. Time to explore and find... There it is. Notkin! Oh, Yun looks cranky.
I'll take you to your end, rend, tend, mend.
In the end, I'm glad it turned out this way. The tower was a thorn in the side. Your friend valued it. What if Khan gloated over Jester's death? But Jester can't die. Good for you. Those who spend all their time up high fall really hard in the end. That's how you get your dream dome smashed to bits. Bad idea. In the end, all dreamers walk the same earth. And I'm in charge of this here earth. Dealing in dreams? Nah, not for me. Some people like their dreams. Keep that in mind. Not everyone will follow you. At least not right away. Of course. Then there's also you. I really like you. Just look at your half. It clearly shows your quality of character. So you're with us now. What's my half like? It's huge. So you're taking me into your gang, huh? Will you take me into the kin? Why would you want that? I'll build warehouses. Just think about it. And what will you store there? I'll have warehouses full of everything. Every miraculous thing, you know. Rarities, oddities. Crucially, those'll be things, material objects, not ethereal reflections of dreams like cons. Things, get it? Have you ever run your hands over cloth, smelled walnuts, seen a piece of carnella? If you like me so much, perhaps Jester will finally show himself. That's up to him. Fine, I'm a patient man. Oh, the little jerboa in a cage. Just had to be all cute about it. I know, the sun's harsh on you.
What does a sinew know of a body? What does a man know of a town?
You're a cruel man, kindred. Should have killed me. I have forgiven you. I mean it. He would too. I don't. We will not fraternize. There will be no closure. Shinyunde Yershabshe. Why have you come then? This is my town, Akar. I go where I please. See this stone horn, kindred? Know you what it is? No. Ulongo used to be a temple. This town was but step roads with step gates and its bridges. Ulongo used to be the bull's head. We had no word for town then. Now a town has grown on our back, pressed Ulongo down. We used to be a head, and now we are... Why are you telling me this? You are triumphant now, kindred, yet time will pass, and you will find yourself upturned. What was once atop the wheel will find itself dragged down. You'll see. Timilde. I'm not triumphant. Not at all. So much loss? Is it really a win?
Kharish. Bekhareb. Badojo by Nam.
Ukadel, earth is cold. My feet are cold. I'm going deaf, blind. My hands are rough. Bulesh, by Alish. In the end, it didn't work out your way. I knew it would hurt you. And I am sorry. Bu kara bush shangna. Ayadem ne kuren. I fear earth is dying. Mother Budo sinks into the depths. People begin to fear me, look through me, cross the street to hide from me. No one needs me. No one wants me. I need you. Bulesh, Bialesh, when a child is alone, calling mother, calling father, unable to walk, can't walk. Unate, it's all foreign when you are abandoned. Is that child you? I am Shaba Uspite, flesh of earth's flesh. Mother Budo gave you a piece of herself so that you may have a mother. That was me. Unate, today I return to Earth. Shaba is Upshe, a Shabak tale to a frightened child. Yes, I've seen your reflection. Bikara, I shall go blind, deaf. I was part of your journey, yet you left me by the wayside. Let that be so, Emshin. I changed for you. Mother Buddha spoke to you through me. But if you need not a mother, then she need not speak to you. I do. I know you don't believe me, but I need you. Bukara, do not watch. Busheb na, do not listen. Ashada, go, please. Bata Kubayan Kairata and again. Let your step be warm. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You're human and you'll remain human. Or become human. Oh, that's sad. And now for the cute part. Because, oh God, it's a mistake to give.
Words without deeds fill a garden with naught but weeds.
Almost. I probably will have time today to do a
I think your nose
do
was
the
stitched in place inside out.
I'm gonna do the other ending too because you know they're both fun and very different.
When I tilt my head back, my right eye doesn't close all the way like it should.
I'm sorry. Oh, Taya. Midin Negshi, I hereby grant you law. Over your left hand, it is done, not the right. So speaks Mother Buddha. Unsure why she speaks so, but still, we will tell hands apart now. Timida. Preaching already, girl. So, Minden Isha, here's another law for you. Never hold a grudge, for grudges are bad for health and sneak back behind. Bikara, whoever carries a grudge shall slip on it and break their neck. So speaks Sok. She'll see to it at night. Tamelda, let it be so. Tamelda. Meden Igshi. Meden Igshi. Heed our law. Never deceive or betray the small ones and the ones that trust you. It is not only Sok's nocturnal law. Mother Buddha will turn away from you too. No harming the small ones. Temel da. Let it be so. Yamel Berake Bashinga Dai. Medinen Min Egshi. Minegshi. Now for the most important law. The law of candy, sweets, and those soft white thingies they sell in shops. They are to be abundant. No one has the right to forbid eating them. Mother Buddha. Somehow she will not cede to this law. So I have to do it myself. Timilda. Oh, I wonder what I should invent next. Well done, spoken like a true mother superior. Timilda. Why are you here? She Uned Erbishi? Did you come to listen to our not so highness? Harar Bushuli, it didn't take long for you to fit into your new role. Baby. Isidore's house. Oh, I know whose it is, Isidore's house. The best kids. Oops. No, this way. Oh, wait. Ah. No. I had a few die early in the game because I've been making it, you know, I've been tweaking the difficulty until I would actually start to die. And as I did that, I'd run out of time. So a few people have died. One of them is Andre. Stamatin. Trying to think who else has died. He's not infected. Oh, I ended up not getting to either Vlad and both of before they both ended up killed by the kin. And Victor Kane died because I just didn't have time. Yep. It was just a matter of not having the time to run around certain places. Because like I said, I upped the difficulty. Yeah. Victor was just, I just didn't get to him in time. I had the healing item. It's just that when the way I was traveling around town, he was never in my path. So, it's like I can't get, you know, my kids are more important. Yeah. I don't know. From this route, I can say that of the Canes, he's the one I like the most.
Don't spit into the wind.
And Khan.
For your own sake. If nothing else.
That's fair, Sticky. Once again, great wisdom.
Snips and snails and puppy dog tails.
So what's the plan now? Any suggestions? Well, first we need to settle down, of course. Fix up the household, and then... Okay, I've made up my mind. I'll be your student. I thought you were already a learned specialist. Will you teach me? It depends on your progress. You can't abandon us now. We need to fix the town, right? It's on its last legs. It won't survive without you. That's where you're wrong, kid. It will survive. That's the whole point. Perhaps it won't ever die. Murky.
And I will get a dog. Teach it to be a tiger. I'll call it Brumby.
Is this our new house? There's no reason for us to stay in the den before the factory. Can I choose a room for myself? I think I know which one you'll take. I could just see her going straight to the one that doesn't have a floor and where the plants grow. Heater. Okay. This way. Yes. This will probably be the fastest way there. Yeah, it's like I said, I have enough pansias left because I just got so many schmouters. But especially because I had upped the rate of hunger and the rate of exhaustion and also decreased my recovery. Yeah, exactly. And then, more than likely, when Artemis sees that, he'll have a stroke. And be terrified of her falling off. It's not the plague it took him. It's the stress of trying to keep children safe. Because now not just got the kids to watch out for when he's on the street, now he's got two of his own at home. There you are, Stock.
No honest man hides in a ditch.
You've never lived in tornado country. Because if a tornado comes and you're driving, going in the ditch is the safest bet.
Anyway, he just would have suffered more than ordinary people.
Waiting for your command, my mentor. I command you to never call me that again. I humbly accept your every word, O wisest of the wise, and obey. Are you alright, Stock? Angry with me again? Well, is there something to celebrate I've missed? We're alive. Isn't that enough? You shouldn't have stopped me. I stand by my choice. Or maybe you did right. Don't give up on yourself. It's not over for you yet. You turned out just like your father in the end. You even talked the same. You're the one who resembles him, not me. Believe it or not, that's why I asked you to stay with me. Oh, is that all? No. I'm like, come on. Let's run up the stairs. Wait, where's Grief? And oh, they're at the top. They're both at the top. Hi, Laura.
Clemency is born not from virtue, but from fear.
Oh, I was wondering if you'd come. If you needed me, why didn't you call? It felt more exciting to wonder. Huh. Is this really you? I never heard you utter that word. Well, I've said it before. Maybe 5 times or so. Once a year while I was away, I bet. I wonder where that idiot is. I heard you adopted some kids. Orphans? Well, I didn't adopt them. They just kinda crawled into my life. How will you raise them? Some father you are. I'll figure it out. Want my help? As in just help, you idiot. I just want to be useful, make it easier for you, and maybe lighten my own life a bit, you know. I do, and I agree. She's like, no, not like that, you gross idiot. She really gives off sister vibes to me.
Yeah.
Never been up here, can you imagine? What do you plan to do now? Nothing. I don't want to do anything at all. Idiot. Idiot, idiot, idiot. Do you know other words? Like, you're such a genius. Nah, I'm no less an idiot than you. Oh. No, nobody needs to light a fire under this town again. It's been on fire enough, Grief. Oh. The guts stairway. Okay. I don't know about that, but I can totally go there. It's just south of me. The gut. on, energy. I don't know why I'm being complaining, because it never lowers and it fills rapidly at this point in the game. I'm just an impatient person. That was a click. The gut. Weird, creepy music. That's why I'm moving the mouse. I'm bobbing with the music. Oh. Yeah, I've never done this before. Nice. Divisor. It was a pathologic change in many lives, mine included. It filled me more to the brim. What? I guess some of them are here since they're not in the polyhedron. There's that click again. Visor. According to a certain treatise on war, each type of terrain requires a particular approach. If there is a mountain ahead, a river to the right, starvation to the left, and a foe ahead, the terrain is called desperate. Right? Yeah, I've seen them in the Nocturnal ending, not in this one. And like you said, I'm like, I want to see what everybody is and stuff. The treatise gives only one piece of advice to overcome it. Fight. Makes sense. It's a dolly. We're wasting years copying what already existed, and have no time to add anything original on top. That's a shame. Feels wrong for me to make confessions. No pressure. Oh, there's a ball. Huh. I know one of them, after a certain day, one of the stairs, there'll actually be an executor at the top of one of the stairways to nowhere. I constantly feel like a messenger who is to be shot for bringing bad news. I mean, that's kind of my first day here, you know. I'll have you know. Yeah, I don't know if he's still on, but I know which one it is. So, I can see if he's still on. You can't actually talk to him, but he's there staring and watching over as the plague has taken over, and it's later in the days. He'll probably be gone for this ending, but if not, I'll show you where it is. But yeah, he's just standing there looking over, like, well, kind of like a vulture or something watching over. You know, a carrion-eating bird. I'll have you know, we used to want to change the world. Yes, exactly, like a herald of death. And perhaps we did a bit, but lately, it seems to me all we're trying to do is translate someone's childhood traumas and dreams. Wake that child up, and it all evaporates. What do you mean? It's a capricious child. Every day, it demands more strength and attention than I could possibly have, yet every minute spent on it is repaid in spades. I feel like I'm about to burst. It stole my time, but it gave me family. Cheers? I just love how it's all like question marks. I still struggle to evaluate my degree of responsibility for all this. I offered so many ideas, yet so few decisions. So how much of the result is on me? Are you asking me? Like, why would I know? Head deep in the second outbreak, I feel like I've grasped the idea of death, extracted its essence. That is present in the living too. Now I need to write my observations down, while I'm yet unliving. Well, for a moment I was a little scared. Oh, I can't go up there, but there's a top. Anyway, Doghead. I accidentally shifted the trajectory of my life. This world wields uncanny power that changes anyone who touches it. Yes, a top at the top. Playing it is a challenge, making it even more so. I'm not sure if I made a terrible mistake when I rushed into it. Oh, you get a chair. I'm the old man, let me have it. Would it have seen the light of day without me? Most certainly, but I hope my participation made it better. I dissolved in it, breathed it. Where is reality going now? In the right direction? My main fear is missing the opportunity to do something that matters. This is my door to leaving something after I go. I gave up everything to go through this door. But I don't really know what's on the other side. Are you two twins? I failed to hold all that was dear to me. Put it all on this altar. The sticky terror makes me lose control of my thoughts. But it's too late to give up. I go all in. Okay. I like it. The story of strong people in a tough situation. A story of responsibility. The will to cleanse your debts. The power to go on despite the exhaustion and mistakes. The wrongness and incomprehensibility. It's hard, but meaningful. And I'm happy to be here. Good for you. I'm here because they're dead. Who is to die, so we stop failing. Is it all right that I'm happy? Weird kid. Each new person was hopeful in hope of a miraculous salvation, but a year ago we finally faced it. No one had any obligations to become our survivor. What about me? Kids! A fire? Really? Embarking on a journey, we often think that the goal is to get somewhere, and it may take years of wandering to see that it was never about the destination at all. Oh, come on. I think tackling the fourth wall so directly is kind of tasteless in the modern world. Are you being serious? Oh. I love you all. Well, thank you. 5 years of my life. Several hundred hours of your leisure. My true desire was for this town to never have a direction or goal marker. Not even once. It's intellectually... Yeah. That's definitely me with the several hundred. It's intellectually offensive. Who do you have to be to thrust a map marker under a free person's nose, saying, here's your goal. You're too lazy and stupid to figure it out on your own, and I'm not without mercy towards lesser minds, so I'll do the work for you. Go there. Go, and don't forget to thank me for choosing your goal for you. Love, the powers that be. Question mark? Well, that's not how it turned out. Alright. Yeah. I really want to do the original Pathologic now because... Well, I know I read that from a translation of an interview, because I'm from the U.S. I only speak one language. I know it's not really a good excuse, but it's the truth. And but they're talking about making that they've started writing the script for the Bachelor route. And I'm hoping that it takes less time because they got all these assets done that look absolutely wonderful. But, you know, that's not always how things work. But yeah, I really want to explore other routes in the other story, because it is different. I know enough to know where the differences are. That's fair. Honestly, I'd rather they be ambitious and fail at some things than another game that is the same game just reskinned. 'Cause that's what everybody else does. You know. Yeah. We do love it. But because I have... Oh, yeah. But because I have surgery probably at the end of the month, and because of my finances, because of that, because there's the recovery and all that, probably won't be able to get the original Pathologic. But until next month, maybe. But if I can, I want to do... I want to do just stream it blind. I don't know why I'm still going up here, but there, this tower, like, I think it's on day 10 it appears. Up at the top of it, there's an executor between those two columns looking down and watching the plague. Yeah. Late in the game when it's plagued, he'll be watching everything from on top. Yeah, when I found that, I was like, I saw the executor, and I was like down near the ground, and I just happened to see the executor. And I went, wait a minute. And then I climbed all the way up there. Wasn't talking, but it was very interesting. But it was fun. It was a neat little detail. And that's what I like. Why I've been able to enjoy replaying this game is there are all these neat little details. Also, I've got a couple of... I've gone back and done some of the achievements. Including... Where am I pointing? Okay. You know, the two achievements I know for sure. I think I need 3 achievements and one's hidden. One, I need to take the deal and get that ending. The other one is I have to do the one where I have to do the one where you get all the dreams, and I know what I have to do there, but I haven't done it yet because the idea hurts me so much. It's like, ow. Like, not her. Like, the first time I played, when I was offered that deal, I was crying, because it's like, the game is giving me that option? How dare it? Oh god, I actually have both Sabroths alive. Usually I kind of let them, you know. If I gotta let somebody go, it's these two. I think Katrina's really nice. It's really cool though, because it's really cool if she survives long enough. Yeah, you're right. It's an achievement you shouldn't get. But also, I do want to see what the dream is like, because that's got to be interesting, you know? There's one...
In a quiet house, you can hear the rats in the walls.
You know, I just want to eat the whole thing. You know, consume it and enjoy it all. There's a quest that, because first couple of times I played, she died.
A coward, as ever. How I hate it.
But I've done it twice now, where she's been boarded up in a house, and they're screaming from there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's dark.
Yes?
Katrina Sabroth. My husband is no longer governor. Was he ever? I mean, it's just a title. He's a ruler now. The ruler. The Bull Enterprise is destroyed. The Olgemskis are over. The Kanes are no longer on this side of the river. Yeah. Well, it sounds like she was forced into it and then she decided it's a test of her mistress powers, is what it sounded like to me. And I'm just like, everybody expects so much out of her, and she's just a person, including herself. The Kanes are no longer on this side of the river. Everyone's scattered, like children after a game ends. But my husband alone would never abandon his duty, his town. Didn't take you long to label everyone traitors. The Olgemskis were always the guts, hot, alive, feeding the town. The Kanes were the nerves, spark and potential. People cling to the belly for warmth. They grasp at the nerves to reach beyond themselves. But no one ever dares to touch the bones. The bones are your family, I guess. Yes, my husband is this town's spine, and now, with that horrible weight lifted from him, he will straighten. No, he's not. An honest man wouldn't be trying to deal with people who are innocent of a crime and label them guilty. Sounds uncanny.
I do have an heir. Our town.
Okay. God, your lips are incredibly thin. Also, shave it or let it grow. The stubble shit looks like crap. Sorry, I just had to. I love all the diverse character design, though. Katrina is no longer a mistress. Who is she, then? You know nothing of her. This cursed town smothered her, forced the stupid role on her. She got it in her head that she had to be anyone but herself. That's the kind of town we live in. She used to be different. Completely different. What was she like before? Who do you think you are, expecting me to talk about my wife with you? A member of the community who expects to know how you're planning to govern us. There'll be other mistresses in the town, leave them alone. And Katrina, she'll start by bringing the cathedral back to life. How? You'll see. Something feels wrong about it. Yeah, that gives me bad vibes. Here she is.
I've been forgotten, and now I'm moldering here.
24, 33, 7, 7 and 5. How's it going, cub? Mother said she'd teach me numbers. Father will do letters, and then they'll let me get back to work. I'll stay at the cemetery and count the dead. Count them, and then write it down. That's fine. If that's what I need to do to go back there, I'll do it. Mother, father, my foster parents, Alexander and Katrina. The governor's family took me in. So they adopted you too now. It never ends. Only I don't want to leave that nice apartment with the pictures. It smells so sweet. Paint, twirine, caraway for some reason, and there's music in the window. But Katrina says it can't stay there. She says we have to be together. I thought you and Peter became friends. I kind of expected you to stay with him. So did I, but Mother said I can't. He forgets about me sometimes, and no one brings him milk and bread for some reason. Fair enough, but you can visit him sometimes. You know, I pressed my ear to the ground today, as I always do, and something has changed. There used to be a murmur, but now it's gone. Do you think it's because there are too many of them now? It was an underground heartbeat. It has stopped. By the way, I chose that because it's, of my opinion, you tell kids the truth. Where once a person was, now but a gap remains. This rupture will not mend. Bye.
I should get a dog. Yes, a dog. Sometimes I feel like I could fly.
I know enough about the original Pathologic to go, uh-oh. Yeah. I mean, kids know if you lie. It's just the truth. They know when you lie, and then they learn not to trust you. Though, in this situation, it is kind of bizarre. Also, no matter how oddly metaphysical or metaphorical the truth is, I mean, people teach their kids religion all the time. It doesn't matter which kind. Come over here. Who are you? I live in the still water. Oh. And basically this is Artemis' religion, so. People always say it was Andre and Peter who built the town, but that's not true. The Oranox did, and Nina and Victoria too, in their own way. And then there was Farkan, the other Oranact. He built the cathedral. The Onir Rocks? I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. I've never heard it said aloud. I don't know either. So interesting. Diurnal was fascinated by it too. He kept asking around, looking at documents. You two were close, weren't you? I guess. Anyway, this town existed long before those. Oh, that makes sense. So no wonder. So it'd be like Ornitech or something like that. I mean, the interesting parts of the town. So did I. You're talking about the dingy part of town. Dingy and chaotic. Messy. Our town has no place for unnecessary things. Says the girl living in the abandoned observatory. Anyway, things went wrong with the cathedral somehow. It remained unfinished. And useless. It's empty and silent, soulless. A week ago, I had a dream. I was walking down its aisle, or rather, falling. I woke up and thought, it doesn't matter. You know, I think the Canes might take me with them when they leave for the other side. Us standing here together, it feels right. They know I'm one of them. That's so strange. So many strong and resolute people have died, yet a daisy like you survives. We'll build a new town across the river, iridescent and spectacular and transparent. Well, they'll build it. I'll just listen and tell them if they've gone too flat or too sharp. Well, good luck, girl with a soul. Oh. It's because I couldn't walk through that. On Erotech? Okay, that makes sense. It's just like, I'm trying to pronounce everything, and I have a lot of trouble sounding out words. Like, I can read fine, but sounding out words or trying to figure out like that is something that my brain doesn't like.
A tiny yellow flower, isn't it?
An umbilical cord connects the Earth and the cosmos. It is a ladder, a spring, a bowstring. It is you.
I feared this town might be a cradle, but it ended up being a catapult bucket. Can't we just have a normal town for normal living people? No. What is a normal person anyway? What is the norm? Think it over, dear Haruspex, lest you blurt out something really ignorant and find yourself in an awkward position. Yeah, it's unwise to get in arguments with you. Or other kinds of fights, young man. Why do you want to propel humanity forward? And where? The coldness of space. Simon was better than me. He did what I never had the courage to do. Thrust a knife into his own firstborn. He couldn't bear the infant's screams, but still he succeeded. Simon Kane and Isidore Burak vaccinated our town against death. You mean you know everything? Of course, for I am the judge. Your brother, he and my father. My brother and I have been preparing to face catastrophe like this for many years. We knew only people whose lives were imbued with meaning and purpose could survive it. People with bowstrings for souls. I never imagined there'd be so many survivors. Truly, we live in the best of possible worlds. And not a single word for the person who actually saved them. We ascended one step, a single step, but a crucial one. The mission of House Kane on this side of the river is over. So why does Simon, my dear twin brother, still haunt me in my sleep? It's called love, Judge. Oh. I feel like... Okay, I sort of get the Canes and their ideals, as it was kind of like me when I was younger. But as I've gotten older, I'm like... Oh, cool! Go ahead. I will totally go for that. Go for a suggestion. I'm more than willing to learn other places and other things. Because it's all interesting, you know? Alright. Wait. Yes. Oh, this is an area. Oh! Yeah, I feel like the Canes and their way of looking at things. The problem is that they are too focused on what they want that they don't pay attention to what they or anybody else needs. You know, you can choose multiple times for this kind of thing. Talking to them, and it's like, and yet you didn't build any schools. And in a lot of ways, this is the kind of thing, like they're setting everything up for people with a certain level of privilege. People who don't have to struggle to live. And, well, a utopia is a good idea, but it's not realistic. It's not the world we live in. And making that world, is it worth it if there are too many people who get stepped on? That kind of thing. Oopsies. Farewell. Why, Vlad, you've lost a lot of weight. Sorry. So that's just one of those things. Sorry, I suddenly had a thought and I couldn't help it.
Bitch. What a beautiful word. Bitch. I'm talking about my sister.
You know what? I respect that. See? All the mistresses are here. No. No, she doesn't. So, you plan to become a mistress yourself? I guess. Think I'll fail? What are you good at? Divination. I told your fortune, didn't I? And that you'll spill rivers of blood. And you did. Drowned the whole square in it. Am I wrong? You're right. You know, Ripper, you aren't such a bad person. You didn't even hesitate when you took that awful poison to protect the orphan girl. But by the crowstone, remember? That was very brave. So don't wander too far. We're all still connected, you and I, and there's a great deal ahead of us. It's nice to be appreciated.
Light feet and heavy heart, huh? It should be the other way around.
Oh.
Sometimes I feel like I could fly.
That sounds way too cheerful for you, I'm not gonna lie. Maria King. So beautiful. Sometimes stone seems useless. Anything is better than stone. Wax, silk, glass. Stone is for the tone deaf, but occasionally it shines. Even in this crude configuration. I think this is the first time you haven't yelled at me. Why have you come? People often visit mistresses. And here. Oh, be silent. Why do you keep talking to me? Why do you think you're allowed to? No one dared harass Mother like that, but people like you are drawn to me. How can I teach you a lesson? Nina never shied away from people. But you see, Mother, this is precisely what makes it interesting. I don't want to move to the other side of the Gorkon. It's too easy to step over the past. I don't like things too easy. There's still so many people like this one here, rough and dirty, ready to be pressured into diamonds. All I need is a forge. Thanks, beautiful. I like you too. And you know, Mother, that forge is me. Sometimes I wake up with a burning in my chest and the sky becomes crimson. And in that very moment, if I kiss someone, they can see it too. It's true. But I must admit, the first person I tried it on got insomnia and died a week later. But I'll try harder next time. Crimson. Yes. Nina was dark. But you're crimson. Wait. You're barefoot. You're still barefoot. You're so gothic, and you don't have gothic step-on me boots. What's with you? Is this somebody's fetish? Weirdo.
Every object has a heartbeat. Can't you hear them?
Our tower can perform miracles. Father calls it a greenhouse. But we know it is the rose itself.
You're always so untimely. With all due respect, Doctor. I'm sorry about your tower, Casper. I had the utmost respect of your father, Master Barak. We weren't friends, and neither will I be your friend. But respect is possible. It's up to us. What do you plan to do now? Capella plans, not me. We'll do everything together from now on. Ask her. So she's in charge. Somehow I'm not surprised.
Winter comes soon. I hope.
Dude, after all this, you want winter to wait, 'cause prepping for winter's gonna suck. I'm really very, very grateful to you, Artemy, for what you've done. You did everything right, guiding this town toward the future. I'll always be glad to return the favor however I can. I can hear the White Mistress's voice. I know you can't help but mourn the losses, but you've preserved what was most crucial, the Adur, because the Adur is us, people, children. We'll grow and build a new town, a better, more balanced. You're already building it. Yes, you're right, Artemy. Where will you begin? I'll marry Casper. The Canes and Olgimskis will unite. The Polyhedron, the Bull Enterprise, those were all cruel machines geared to produce utopias, factories that process people into ideas. But we will make a world where people's bones aren't crushed under lofty words. Don't you miss the Polyhedron even a little? No. It was a factory of fantasies. Beautiful, yes, but heartless. I know you didn't want to destroy it. Perhaps you even regret it. But that trap suffocated children. You released them. That was a good deed, Artemy. I guess. You always know the right words to say. So, where do you think I should go next? Since you've mentioned it. Oh, yes. Generic. The stairway in the atrium. Okay. I had to double check where the atrium is. This side, there's certain places of the town where I don't travel through much, and so I'm not as familiar. Now I'm wondering who's in the atrium. But I guess that's to be found out. I do enjoy that this is more open. That's the one thing I really don't like about the Nocturnal empty. And Nocturnal ending. Ooh. Well then, I guess I'll have to try. You know, if I die doing it, oh well. But if I succeed, think of the rewards. I'm assuming I have to go all the way to the top. Oh, well, I think I know why. Oh, this one goes up real high. Oh, here? Oh, at this spot. Okay. Yeah. I didn't die there. So I got one more chance. I don't think I have any bandages. I've used once. I could use some morphine. Oh no, I'm exhausted. There, maybe I got another one in me. Alright. Nope. I think I got another way I think I can try to the jump. Yeah, I'm guessing that's true. Nope, I didn't. I died. I didn't jump off in time there. I just fell. No biggie. And now he's probably like, why did you die again, you weirdo?
This is all a retread, isn't it?
Ooh, cool. Is that only in the Diurnal ending, or can you see it at other times in the game? Look who's here. Time to get real then. You wanted to come round. Let's see if it worked. So, what do you think? Are you back? Come round, I didn't fate. Who are you? What do you mean? Who are you? That might be. Artemi Burach. Who are you? The man who tore this town apart and bound it back together. Where are you? I'm everywhere. I need to get on playing the Marble Nest. I might end up doing that next week since... because I know you can get certain things through there. Might do that next week because how do I put this? Because like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to get the original Pathologic to play by then, but you know. I was desperate at first. I thought we failed utterly. Like the astronomers of old, you know, the eclipse is short. It ends in the blink of an eye, and we missed the chance to observe and calculate everything we needed. And the next opportunity is a century out. Observe what? Calculate what? Humanity. Their limits, their struggle to conquer death. This play wasn't the best, a flop, honestly, but it wasn't useless. I've seen much clearer now, and I know how to improve it. The next show will be better. So there'll be another performance? Of course, the show must go on. Why, wasn't this one torturous enough? We chose the wrong hero, someone who didn't fear death at all. Disrespectful, crude, and flippant. We'll use a different archetype next time. A person obsessed with the idea of defeating death. Death's nemesis, so to speak. Someone who has studied it. Uh-huh. Good luck with that smartass. He'll surely win. Death cannot be defeated, but it can be overcome. Not by prolonging life. No, the Struttlebug method is ridiculous and stupid. People aren't yet strong enough to bear their own inherent internal hell, or rid themselves of it. That's not how you overcome death. We found the true way. I'm all ears. How many of you were here? The actors who played the Haruspecs. 1. Where's the real Haruspecs? Gradually the actor became him. They would only act the part of while replaying a section, and become Haruspecs upon unlocking new events. How does one overcome death? They transcend the self. That's what the Sandpest tried to do, depersonalize us. The body is susceptible to death, as is the self, as is any being trapped within its bounds. They invite death, the way a lantern invites insects. But that which is broken into many bodies, many selves, many perceptions, that thing can resist it. You're right. You connect two things. You must first break them apart, because connection implies difference, and the previous separation. Only connections defeat death. I have been in a multitude of shapes before I assumed a constant form. As an ancient poet once said, who are you? I'm Artemis Burak. Our work here is done. I love when he pouts like that, like, ooh. It's such a stupid theatrical face. Our work here is done. You can go into the dressing room and take off the costume. Remember the place? That's where you started. Good luck, and thank you for taking part of our daring experiment. Another trap. I don't want to choose a door. What if I stay here in the theater? Maybe even take your place. Would you like that, dear Mark? I've never picked that choice. Oh, that's nice. I love that. Yay! I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits roll. You know, since we got to the end. And then I have about an hour. And because it's so more streamlined, I think I can do the other ending. No, I didn't realize that if you chose that it backs out and shows a bowing tragedian. I like that touch. Because I've gone out, I know I've gone out the theater back into the town. I also think I've gone out the back door too. But yeah, that one was a cute alternative. Now, I think I mostly have gone out because I just love the world. It's a horrible, painful world. Yeah. It really is. In this case, I guess I chose to be myself. But yeah, you go to the stage, you're an actor, or you go out and you're Artemis Burak. And I really like... No. It's just so deep. There's so much there, and not all the questions can be answered. But that's like a lot of things in life. Why did they have these stories in particular? Well, a lot of this, you know, a lot of stories are retold because they're the good stories, the stories that stick with people. And now, it's an and it's a very interesting way to look at death. Like, Right? No. Yeah, I want to see the original telling, like I said, because it's different enough. I mean, I know enough about the original Pathologic to know that basically Pathologic 2 starts as if you failed the original Pathologic and you're begging for another chance, so you start with Pathologic 2. And the no it, and this was definitely, I know people I've heard so many times people calling this game hard, and I feel that's incorrect. What's hard is learning how to play, learning the rules of this game. It's like you're trying, like, to me, the way Pathologic 2 plays is like it's like, you know, people come and play this game, and it's hard because they know how to play blackjack, but this is poker, and they keep trying to play blackjack when it's poker. And if you don't play by the game's rules, you're just gonna not get anywhere. You also have to remember that this is something a lot of people have problems with in real life. Mothers are especially well known to have this problem, which is they're too busy trying to take care of themselves that they're killing themselves, that they're basically hurting themselves. And in this game, it takes it to the extreme where if you forget your own needs, you die. And then it becomes harder and harder because no, you have to be selfish. People have to be selfish to survive. But there's a difference between being selfish to survive and ignoring the others around you and not helping them or being with them. Because, well, keeping everything from yourself is foolish, like even on a very analytical way of looking things. And this game shows this really well, actually. The more you trade, the better standing you're in, the more you get out of your funds, the more you get to survive. You work with the community. You don't just stand there with all your wealth, because it doesn't do any good if you don't use it. And yeah, sometimes you don't get anything when you help people. I know you can waste a bandage on somebody at one point. You can do a lot of things at one point or another, and it's not helpful. But if you do, you know, in the end, you'll get the little bits, you know. That's the reputation. But yeah, you gotta feed yourself before you feed anybody else in this game. You have to take the rest, otherwise, and maybe you won't be able to go save so-and-so, but you'll still be able to save 3 other people. I guess what I'm saying is the game really fits in a lot of my beliefs about how life actually works. As odd as that sounds. And even if I play it, quote unquote, like the Ripper, I'm killing I'm going after the people who are, you know, causing trouble elsewhere too. Is that right? Is it morally correct? I don't really think so, but I also think you're trying to survive in a plague where food is scarce. So sometimes you gotta forget that to survive. I hope you guys don't mind me ranting about that. I'm just letting the credits roll fully because I believe they all deserve to get their credits out there. And then I'm going to... That's fair. Most of the time when I go all out Ripper, it's because these guys were trying to kill me. And so I had to kill them in their stead. Like, I don't kill innocents, because... but yeah, and then I take their stuff because they don't need them anymore. They tried to kill me, and... Yeah, I agree, in a lot of ways burglary is better, but I find that burglary in the game, oftentimes you're going to have to kill at least 2 people. Or... you're because there's usually about 2 burglars per house, and you're going to have to dodge plague clouds, which I'm sorry, I'll do it to save the babies, but I won't. But to do it to get other stuff, I'm like, maybe not. Plus, if you really know where things are, there's certain areas in the game where there are chests that will refill every day. Oh! I mean, I could be doing that, but I'm just like, they'll know in red makes me go, I don't want to be known. I don't want to be perceived here. But there's something about that does make me go, oh, there's somebody alive who's seen me do this. Oops. Right? If you murder the right people, your reputation goes up. And then you take it away because you picked up organs for extra money. But anyway... or to... although a lot of time, once the game gets really started with the plague and you have to do the hospital, I prefer to get my organs from there. No, the game makes it hard to be a good person, and I like that. Like, well, I think you can be a good person in the game, but being the lawful good paladin. The day is over. A new pantomime is rehearsed at the theater. Alright. Oh. I'm gonna start on the Diurnal by just hitting... Yes. Load game. This will get me the right one. The Haruspeck's Lair. Yes. Well, I'll see you when you get back. Alright, got all the stuff I need. And I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm just gonna burn the papers. Jay. A choice has been made. The Adur is the leaving Earth. I choose her. Ancient Aurochs return from the depths of time. Look at the boys! Look at the bull boys! All have come to say hi to me. Moo! Oh. God, they're so massive. I love it. Day 12, in which the lights die out. The world is returning to life. What does this mean for me? There's no fund. Yep. Oh, I never realized this, but it's darker in here too. We've already gone through this discussion. You took pity on your... I'm going back to... I just skipped through stuff because it's the same text. You took pity on your town. You went where love led you. You decided the last of the miraculous creatures must not be deprived of their lives. You realized the plague itself was alive. You cherished everything alive. Look, the town is grateful to you. It has changed. What's going to happen to its inhabitants? I don't know. I'm letting them go, you hear? I'm officially waiving my claim to them. Say goodbye. Go say goodbye. They want to say goodbye to you too. Thank you, fellow traveler. It matters. Where will you go? To the heart of the town, the center square, to, I don't know, the theater. I don't have much of a choice. Don't worry, you have a choice there. Besides, you've already done all you can. All that's left is a bit of business to wrap up. Things that concern you alone. And you? Who are you? Who cares about you? You know what? I see. Look, he's wearing step clothing. It's so cute. Those actually look like decent boots. That's a very weird to be suddenly saying after. When we've got giant bulls towering around us. And I'm going, oh, you've got decent looking boots, kid. Sticky. Listen. Where did they come from? So you can see them too. They're kind of hard to miss. What are they not real? Like hallucination? Doesn't seem so. What are they anyway? Aurochs, the bulls of steppe legends. All the streets are like those old tales of yours, like that book. Bar Merges, is it? Did the steppe flood us all? That's the name. Bar Merges, a tale of the world's creation. I had no idea you read those kinds of books. What will become of everything now, huh? Come on, tell me. Hey! This is what I wanted, you know. To preserve things almost extinct. Things that would otherwise be ground to dust by time. Because tomorrow had no place for them. Oh, look at your little feetsies. Oh, you're atomically correct. I forgot about that. So, and there's polyhedron. And more bulls and murky. Oh. That's the thing that you fix in the, what do you call it? In the nutshell, yeah. That lights up and turns, I think. And that's the abattoir. Well, you know what? It's okay. My kid can have it.
Your stuffing is coming out.
Thanks for breaking the fourth wall. Beautiful, isn't it? Like a real home. Where'd you get that lantern, Murky? Found it. The nutshell went empty, so no one needs it anymore. Not over there. So it'll live here with me. Good idea. You'll keep it company. Just don't stand there. Choose yourself a corner. This is your new home now. You're not planning to go back in that icky cellar of yours, are you? You've done all you can there. No reason to go back. Nuh-uh. This place is a bit tight for the two of us. Well, let's live here anyway. Please. I've set it all up for us. See, it's pretty and warm and pretty. And the train car will travel one day. And we'll go to sea together. Please, stay. I'll find a new house for us. Big and spacious. Lots of vacant houses around here now. Oh dear.
What? If you bend your mind toward a challenge, the skill will follow in your hands.
We're leaving. Why? I have no place here anymore. It's not true. What else could I do? Just live. We'll find a way. It won't be so hard. This town is no longer mine. No longer human. No longer rational. It doesn't accept the likes of me anymore. But it does. It accepts all kind of people. No, you don't understand. Right? I don't think the town was ever rational. I mean, his beloved polyhedron was certainly irrational. Then what is this about? Yes, the weird, magic, unexplicable beings have returned to life. But wouldn't it be a shame to lose them? Have you no pity? No. I'm just as bad at putting it out into words. I understand, but look, what happened here is the greatest victory of life in history. Yes. But why do you have to go then? Because I must, simple as that. Well, I can't stop you.
In toil to be troubled is to have your toil doubled.
Hey, what does this all mean? For me personally, you have to know. Do you recognize me? Of course I recognize you. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't forget me. Not you. You're my friend. Yes, of course we're friends. You're Matevi Shiroki, huh? We haven't seen each other for what, 4 years now? You've changed a lot. Barely recognizable. Yes, things have changed. Are you with us? Yes, I'll always be with you. You know, I think about this, and the fellow traveler said that he's let them go. And a lot of people say this is going, you know, they're about to cross the water, cross the step into death. But to me, I'm wondering if this means they're going to be stuck. Because the fellow traveler says he's let them go. And I'm wondering if this means that there's souls that are going to be lost in limbo. Between life and death as spirits on the step. It just seems like something that would happen.
This is it. No more games. No one needs us.
What does it all mean for us all? Do you remember me? I think I do. You belonged in our house, didn't you? Oh no, pardon me. You are a courier, right? You brought in deliveries? Maybe not. I'm sorry. But your face does seem familiar. I'm a doctor. Artemi Borak. Artemi Borak? No, sorry. I don't remember that name. How did this happen? What's wrong with you all? Have you gone insane? No. Will you come with us? The path ahead is long and hard. The more go, the better our chances. No, I have a different path. Oh, I spoke with you. I'm just kind of like, I think they have set things.
My eyes are just watering.
Now that sounds like. Yeah. It's not what I would think of with the idea that you don't really die. You know, you become part of the earth and then you're born again. Kind of thing. I would think of as more circular. But yeah, what they're showing is kind of like something between. Where you're caught both at the same time. Perhaps there I can build whatever I failed to build here. At least I won't have to stand knee-deep in mud. It's not mud. It's earth.
Metals mark murderers, the way a brand marks livestock.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm assuming their memory loss is because they are unwilling to, at some level or another, they're unwilling to accept the change. Oh wow, okay. And so they are basically being pushed out. Or being, you know, and it's sort of just eating them away as they go through. Instead of just gently letting it happen. You have such a good, honest face. Stay with me. Where? Here. Things will be different now. You have such a good, honest face. I know.
Well knows the mouse that the cat's out of the house.
What it all entails. Where are you all going? East? Why? It's better there. It's not. Are you coming with us? No. Oh, there's Reuben. Hey, Grief.
Feels like my stitches are popping.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be putting them under stress, dude. So beautiful. Look at the moon. Yes, it's beautiful. Please don't leave. Wait, what moon?
What?
Well, your attitude's not changed. Okay, Stock, you don't want to talk to me? That's just normal, though, isn't it?
A soul is like a spring or a bowstring. The harder you pull, the further your thought reaches when you release.
It's just a... Don't stand in my way. Let me through. It's just a marsh. Just walk around me.
Yes?
It'll be better there. No, it won't. Oh, she is so beautiful. I just had to toss that out there. Okay, keep your secrets, Capella. Maybe. Oh, wait. I think... Oh, no. Maybe I have to talk to somebody with the plague or something. Because I thought it would stop you. Well, nope, can't talk to you.
Why are you looking at me so funny? Huh? It's not like I told a joke.
Some say it'll be very hot. Others freezing cold. Yeah. It does. But I don't think it has a temperature at all. What? The ahead. Huh. I've never actually been able to talk to... Well... I've been... I know that it's stopped me after a while talking to them. But yeah, I'm not surprised it's a bug. You can stop all of this, you know. If only you tried. Well, that's a dramatic sound. Hey, Oyun. You got a lot of freckles and arm hair. Did you know that, dude? It looks red.
There's no true warden among you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're cruel, kindred. You ought to have killed me. I have forgiven you. I mean it. He would too. I don't. We will not fraternize. There will be no closure. Shuyunde Yubashe, why have you come then? This is my place. The place where beasts come to suffer and die. The place for me. Leave me here, kindred. Barhanai, Barhanai. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, that you couldn't get to all of them. That noise is great. It's like, dung.
Life blooms only while love breathes. Love is vital. How can I make you see?
I've thought a lot about the one line, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. It enthralled me. I wondered how a gate could prevail against anyone. It's just a gate standing there. Only I suppose it's not just a gate. And it doesn't just stand. It does something to you. I think I'm beginning to see now. You think you found the gates to hell? Yes. Wrong. I've been there. We've all been in hell these last few days, and still are, if you didn't notice. Are you saying we've died and don't know it? No idea and boring. Maybe. Bullshit, we're alive. I'm alive. I know that. My boy. I never thought I'd end up here. No matter how hard I tried to get inside, I couldn't. Admittedly, I was pretty scared of this place. So how do you like it? I thought it was just a factory building, or storage maybe. Cold, hooks, chains, meat smells. Well, it does smell of meat. Blood, at least. What are those sounds? Is there a beast howling, or just the wind? Those are the spirits of ancient bulls saying hello. Allow me to translate. What are these humans doing here? Especially that small one. Ugh, I was asking seriously. Everything is alive now, kid, so it expresses itself the best it can. You too do not wear shoes, but it makes more sense with you. Moo. Aurochs are watching over us. Wait. Oh, come on. Can't believe you've done this. Game. Well, yeah. Oh, I love the sounds. Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's fine.
Don't they trust me? As though I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll be the mistress of the dead. What does that mean, Grace? Do you know that the north wind is silver, the east wind is musky, the dawn wind is white, the west wind is violet. Weird colors. It's hard to tell white from silver. What's the difference? But it's more interesting this way. If the winds were red, blue, yellow, and green, they'd be very bland, don't you think? I guess you're right. Our mistresses used to be unbearably straightforward. Black and white, dark and light, evil and good, wild and warm. Too simple. It'll be more compelling now. Well, I'm glad the dead will have their own mistress, for personal reasons. You're not the only one. This town has more dead than living now. I hope you take good care of them.
You've never seen a living human in your life.
I'll become a new mistress. Have you figured it out? What sort of mistress will you be? A good one. I meant the mistress of what? Mistresses don't exist in isolation. They always have domains. Mother was the sole mistress. And it drove her mad. It's all very sad, yes, but that's only because she tried to take Nina's place. That corrupted her soul and let darkness into her heart. It's because she didn't find her own path first, and I have. But just please tell me, are you even human? I am. What kind of human are you? I don't know if I'm good or evil, stupid words, anyway, but I'm trying to be gentle to others and hard on myself. I know how to sympathize and not judge. I try to love whoever I touch. That's the only answer I have. Well, that's what I wanted to hear.
I see everything. Everything.
I'll be mistress of the bulls. You mean... How about Mistress of the Kin instead? Bechet, Bechet. And who will you be? Well, I was just looking for someone to help me. You're the one everyone will listen to, after all. Bikara, you're a good man. You got funny ears, but that's all right. That'll do. And I'll be Mistress of the Bulls. What about the Kin, though? The Kin are bulls. There are people in it, too. Nuh-uh, more bulls than people now. Much less human than before. It's so awesome now. Come see for yourself. Will you come? I know, right? Like a jerboa, yeah. And you can... I know at one point you can respond with... And you've got ears like a little mouse. And it's just like, oh... Big Kara, you'll make a great mistress. By our tie, kiddo. And I think... And... I'm gonna go up because it's just so cool to see this place. After you've got the Nocturnal. It's just so... Yay! I just love looking at the polyhedron as it glows like this. Yeah, I think it is the Dream in the Termitary. And just looking at all the little drawings and details of it. Oh, and I have, by the way, gotten the, what is it called? There, the achievement We. And I thought where you jump off of the polyhedron. And I really enjoy, and I think the funniest bit about that challenge is when you jump off, instead of like standing up like you do in most of the most of the time when you end up in the theater after death, instead it's like you fell down and landed on your feet. They changed the animation a bit, and I love that. I mean, you guys are gonna say the same stuff, right? Yep, they're gonna say the same stuff, so I'm not gonna go through that, but I'm gonna look at the sky. 'Cause it is gorgeous. Yeah, I did that, and I was like, that is so cool. I think when I died from jumping again, I think it did the same thing. Or maybe it's just the same old animation, and because of the situation, it feels like you just fell and landed. Jay. The world is very beautiful indeed. I just love all these scribbles. I'm assuming, because, you know, it's supposed to have been made out of the actual, plans. I'm assuming these are supposed to be all the drawings that, Peter drew. And they're just so pretty to see all these. Yep. It's just so cool to look at. Alright. Yep. feet. Tail. Alright, now for the long run down. Oh. And it sounds like somebody's playing the, like, you know, when you get wine glasses and you put water in them and you circle your finger around them. That's what it sounds like. Right? Me too. I really want to see what's inside. Wonder if... I wonder if we'll have to wait, like, for a changeling round, in which case that's going to be, like, forever. But, you know, or if they decide to add more endings or something. But it's so cool. But yeah, no, the polyhedron, especially in the diurnal ending, is absolutely gorgeous. Like, they really went all out. And I love that these just look like chalk scrawlings done by children. But yeah. Oh, I almost just ran off the edge like a dope. Oh. There we go. I could see the fires. Right? I'm like, to Peter and to the Canes, I'm like, have you ever heard of safety railings? Heck, Andre, why don't you have safety railings either? Come on. You should be there to say, hey. And they let children climb up this thing? Children are impulsive and don't think, and like to run when they shouldn't be. Just such a bad idea. Ah. Aurochs. Oh, there are worms at the Kane's front yard? Sweet. Oh, they're having a little... Do you guys have marshmallows? I totally can see them eating marshmallows. Just saying. And I can't. Well, it's nice to see you guys. Oh. The ones with their eyes open, and I'm like, man, you've seen some shit, haven't you? Oh, you can't talk to them, but you can see them. I love them. They're so cool. Yeah, it is. I love the worms. I just really do. They just look so freaking neat, you know? And the plague doesn't hurt us. Sticky. At first, I thought the steppe couldn't reach this quarter. The upper town, the stone yard, never welcomed the steppe. It was tough for them here. Too high. Lads used to say worms are best suited to the soil, but this place is all stone and sky. It was the Canes' territory. A different town. Ours, but different. Why are they here? Why are they all sitting by the crucible, looking at the cathedral? What do they care? Why'd they come to pray? Go over and ask them. Like hell, you ask them. What's there to ask? It's all obvious. Fair enough. Anyway, kid, I clearly see what I've done now. I guess it's for the best. What have you done? What a doctor's oath was all about. Preserving life. I preserved all living things. Even the sand pest? Yes, all things. Bull. Dance party!
I'm not crying. My eyes are just watering.
Man, man, man. You know, that's a nice... Good job noticing that. I guess it hasn't. Or maybe it's going at a different... Or maybe it's going now in time with the heart under the town, maybe. You are, but in the wrong company. You're playing with fire. What do you mean? Because they're dangerous. They'll eat you. What do you mean? Eat me. Why? When? During your first dance. Alright. Here we go. Hey, dude.
I don't know about the story, but I hope you enjoy the play.
Oh, I did, Mark. Though you could look less smug about it. I'm not gonna lie. They really did a good job designing Mark Immortal to look exactly like somebody you want to punch in the face. And I say this as a in real life pacifist. Alright, I'm just gonna... Yes, I do. Honestly, they do such a good job with all the character designs and with the depths of their characters. Like, I was so ready to just... Like, it would have been so easy to make Fat Vlad so one-dimensional. But then you get moments like... Well, if you... The moment where there's the choice. Keep it a grocer or keep it a memento to his wife. Or when he gets angry and concerned about his kid, you know? Kids. And it's like, you're a horrible, evil man. But you're still a man. You're not like a complete monster. Is kind of how I see it. Or like... Now I know some of them will probably get more about them as the game, you know, as we get different sides. But the different, you know, there's just so many characters. Nobody's like just this way. You know, and it makes them, and having that many characters up and going with this amount of depth is just impressive. I'm just gonna do it really is. I'm just kind of clicking through some of these because I already read them and don't want to do it. Uh-huh. But yes. Alright, now I gotta choose, I guess. I usually go out the front, so I'm gonna leave from the side. Yeah, that's what I thought. It just goes to black. Which is kind of like, thank you for the performance, you are free now. I like it when they have something to zoom back out from. Woo! So there you go, both endings to Pathologic 2. I really enjoy this game, and I'm glad there are other people enjoy this game, and I'm glad that streaming it, I know I have a couple people who have mentioned that they're suddenly really interested in playing the game now, because it's a game that deserves more attention, you know? You know, a lot of survival games I don't think really hit the need to survive so much. So, because there are just so many games, it's like, yes, but in the end it just feels like numbers. And they hide those numbers, which I think is a good thing, even though they have meters to help you understand them and how to balance them. Yeah, I don't know. I think the intro is brilliant. And I guess if you don't like it, or it turns you off, you're not gonna like the rest of the game. But it's so surreal, and as it's a tutorial, but it's a very well made tutorial because it doesn't feel like you're being yeah, it really is. Part of what's good for me is that I've been playing games for a long time. I've been playing games of different genres, different, you know, I have some genres I prefer, but I'm not like somebody who plays first-person shooters only. In fact, for a long time I never played first-person shooters because it wasn't till like the mid-2000s that first-person shooters didn't give me a migraine or motion sickness. As probably a combination of me getting older and a combination of the graphics getting good enough that it didn't mess with my head so much. But I think the fact that I've grown up with video games since like 1990. I've been playing video games off and on pretty constantly, so I don't have one expectation of how games are supposed to be. And in a lot of ways, it's really weird for me to look past this past decade and how homogenous they're getting. Which I don't like, because if it's all the same, that gives you no that gives you like no exact, because when everything's homogeneous, then it means that there isn't innovation. And I know a lot of that's because of the kind of money being put into it, and these people don't want to lose their money. But in return, they're losing creativity. And it doesn't help with the crunch scheduling and stuff they do. Now that's just obscene. When they decide something's coming out at this point, and then they force these people to work. Yes, exactly. Well, I don't know if I want Canes doing it either. But yeah. And these people really are worked to death, and the thing is what this does, not only is it inhumane, but you're literally destroying and wearing these people out, and they lose their creativity because of it. You know, before I got seriously sick, all I did was work. And I didn't work for enough to survive, but I worked. And as depressing as it is not being able to work, I'm still doing better mentally. Because I don't have this oppressive expectations of me trying to be superhuman. But and interestingly enough, it's that work is part of why I'm too sick to work now. So it didn't just mess me up there. That and getting hit by a car didn't help while I was walking across the street. But yeah, no, I know somebody currently who's working in games development. And, you know, since she started doing, getting hit by a car is not fun. But I do have, I have found some bright sides to it. Like, if somebody is, like, really tired and they say, I feel like I've been hit by a truck, I can look at them in the eye and go, do you really? Do you really feel like you've been hit by a truck? Because I know what that feels like. And they always are like, and I'm like, I'm giving you crap, man. I get what I get the sentiment, but trust me, the two don't compare. I had places ache that never ached before. Parts of me I never even knew existed. It was pretty crummy. And this is with them giving me good pain meds. And I was like, the whole time going, why do people take these for fun? Because I didn't get any of the fun out of them, because I was too busy being like, oh God, I'm in so much pain. And these make life almost bearable. So, you know. But no, I know somebody who works in the games industry, and she will disappear. And then, of course, she can't talk about anything because she has to work so much. But she can't talk about work at all because of the agreements they sign. That, I'm trying to remember what they're called. But basically, it means they're contractually obliged not to talk about what they're doing at all. NDA, yes. Non-disclosure agreement. And because, you know, she can't really even talk about random stuff at the office that most people would talk about. And then she spends all the time, you know, she's an artist. And, you know, she has problem, you know, and so her creativity gets used up. But she goes between doing concept art to doing translation for Spanish, depending on what they need, because, you know, a job's a job. But yeah, and then of course it's getting the point that everybody expects a certain level of perfection in their games that really pushes out a lot of indie developers. Unless you're Bethesda, then you can have as many bugs as you want, and people will still bow to you even as their game crashed for the 50th time. And it's not the mods because it just came out. And I think that's kind of funny because I've seen a lot of people complain about the bugs, and some of them really suck. Like, I had a bug where I couldn't finish a quest because of a bug, but I closed the game out and I restarted it completely. Yeah, exactly. And Bethesda games, now, once again, they overwork their employees to the point where they can't do as good of a job as they could if they were just given more time. You know, the same amount of time in office, but over, you know, a longer period of time would actually, they'd be more productive. But Pathologic 2, yeah, it has its bugs, and they're fixing them as they can get to it. But they're a small group of people doing this. And frankly, it's hard to do it. And like I said, it's a hell of a lot less janky than anything I've played by Bethesda. And honestly, it's more engaging because it's not just a bunch of bland, faceless NPCs being recycled. You know, I'd rather have a small world with, like this. It's basically a town and some of the surrounding area. But you've got a significant number of very fleshed out characters. And to me, that makes the game world feel bigger. And more immersive. Also, I think it's funny when you see somebody far off in the distance and you see them sliding into place. Yeah, it is much more alive. And, you know, you can stop and trade with anybody. And, yeah, you know, the random NPCs all are cookie cutter. But the amount of detail going into the different categories and character designs on them really makes them feel more there. I'm trying to remember the one, because they're all named after birds, pretty much. It's the Gosling? No. Anyway, a group of us started calling them baristas because they're the guys. Yeah, exactly. The face animation. Yeah, the goose who sells the coffee because he looks like I live on the West Coast, and he looks northwestern U.S. So, and he looks like some dude in a coffee shop with his design, and he sells you coffee, and I'm like, yeah, he looks like a barista. And so we've jokingly called him that character type, the barista, which is why I forgot the goose what he's called. But you know, like you said, the facial animations, even if they're weird sometimes, that kind of fits the game, honestly. And you know, all the different facial animations give each character a different feel. You know, some of them tend to look down and not look you in the eye. Some of them wander more as they're looking around. You know, and you get a feel for the character just from that. So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like they put so much into it, despite their relatively low number of staff. And then they translated it, which the first Pathologic tells you how hard it is sometimes to get a good translation. Go onion. But, you know, and honestly, what I've heard about the original voice acting, it doesn't sound as bad if you live during voice acting of that time period. I mean, it's not good. But what we consider good voice acting in the 2000s, the late 90s and the 2000s, was not good at all. But yeah, it's a great game, and I think more people should give it a try. And I understand, like, I know some people who said they can't play it because there's too much anxiety to it. Instead of it being that nice, shocking fear in a lot of horror games, it's this growing dread. And times are tough. I can understand if that growing dread is too much for you. But for me, I have control. Even if I don't have complete control, I have control of it. And I find that empowering. You know. Yeah, I died, but I get to, you know. Anyway. I don't know what I'm going to play next week. I might play Marble Nest. Oh, yeah. No, I think that's another thing is... No, it's gotta be. It's gotta be one of the best. And I understand if they don't. If you can't finish it. But I feel it's kind of important to try it. To see what they've done. Because it's one of those games that really gets close to that games as art feeling. Because it hits you emotionally, but not in the way a lot of games do. And it tries to ascend that. And they're always breaking the fourth wall anyway, because we know it's a game. And, you know, that's a part of it. Now, and I don't think... Now, I've heard some people, you know, I don't know. I could wax on. But yeah, I think I've not had this is like my one. This is like my 4th total playthrough. And I'm still finding new things. New little details. Heck, I played it twice without realizing in the House of the Dead that you're followed by these screaming faces on the wall. I was too scared as is. I was too panicky to look at the walls. And then, when I finally got a hold of myself enough, and then looked at the wall, I'm like, oh God, there's more to it. But yeah, I think I'll definitely play the Marble Nest next week. Wednesday, I'm just playing lighthearted games right now, so I'm going to play Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. And I don't know what I'll do for Saturday. Yeah, the House of the Dead is kind of where I feel like if you can do the House of the Dead, you probably can play the game. If you can get out of there. I know in one of my playthroughs, it was fun because I got infected. And then a guy caught me on fire. And I had just enough health that I survived. But I was cured of the plague. And then I lost that bonus because I died. But yeah, No. So I don't know what I'll do on Saturday, but I think on Friday I'll play Marble Nest. So I'm glad you've enjoyed this. And I think I'm going to continue playing games while I can, because I think it's fun. It makes it feel more social. So I'll see you guys see you later. I hope you have a good night. Bye.